So, wanted to make a little addendum here. We're going to go over the phone system in a little bit more detail. This time we're going to discuss the desktop director, which is the phone you can see over there that we use to screen calls. It's a little bit different than the old phone, so I'm just going to give you a demo. First, I'm going to select the talk show profile. So if you hit the profile button up top there, scroll down and select the talk show profile, you'll see we have 4 phone lines selected, 1, 2, 3, and then the old dedicated 3800 phone. So you see this dot here means the phone line is ready. This is what it's going to look like when it's going to ring, so this will get your attention even without the flashers. This will flash as well. Number 1 flashes over there. If we head on over to the desktop director, you'll notice that this line is flashing, so we have 6 lines here. This one's not enabled. You've got the old 3800 and then the 4 VoIP lines. So if you lift the handset, it's not going to connect to anything. If you go ahead and press this, WMFO. All right, so you can see that we've been connected. There's also a speakerphone down here, which you can access by pressing this. All right, so again, anytime a phone call comes in, you'll see the respective line flash. You just have to press the button. This time I've answered it with the speakerphone. You probably don't want to do that, but you can now pick it up and use the handset, which will take it away from the speakerphone if you ever do that. Hang it up, it'll drop the line like that. So this is basically a standard telephone. You can do the same thing. I can dial out to any number I want. And you see I'm making the call right there. And the line is flashing right there. Drop that. That should stop ringing. All right, just to run through a scenario. Let's say we have a call coming in here. We see the lines flashing. That flasher over there is flashing. Pick up the receiver. And you can communicate with the caller like this. So once we've screened the caller, we're ready to transfer them over to the board or put them on air. We know who they are, whatever. If we want to keep them, we can hit the hold button. And since we have this line picked up, is this little handset icon like that. Go and press this, and the caller gets held. So it's going to show this little icon here, and I can just replace the handset like that. If another caller were to call in now, they would light up on the next line over, and I could do the same thing and either hold them or drop them. When I no longer have them active on this handset, you'll see this hold thing flash like that. I don't know why that means hold, but that's what they've chosen anyways. Now, going over to the board, you'll see that the caller once again shows the hold icon over here on the board as well. So all we need to do to bring them on air is answer them just like any other call. The only difference is the flashers aren't going to flash because the phone isn't actually ringing, as you can see. But again, all you need to do is press this button like that, and they've been answered, and you can either use talkback, hello, check 1, 2, or you can turn them on and put them up on air. So we can also at this point press and put them back to hold, and then they can be answered again back on that phone. You'll see anytime a call is in a hold state, it can be answered at either the board or at the phone. However, if I go ahead and press this to pick up the phone, and if you show this arrow here, they've been answered now at the board. And if you walk back over to the desktop director, you'll see that they're answered over like this on the left hybrid. Sometimes it'll show an X. This has to do, there are a bunch of more complex modes that this can be, and this is currently in producer mode. This also supports, having 12 full phone lines and being able to assign one caller to one hybrid. You essentially will, answer the caller, put them up on the air. And lastly, so let's say we again answered this caller, came in on line 1. Hello? So they're all set to go. What you can actually do is press this button on the right, and this ends up with a flashing check mark. That will indicate to your talent over on the board that the call is ready, has been screened, etc. So it'll display that check mark there, and that's how you know. So then the caller is ready to answer them just by pressing the set button like that. Again, back to hold. And then if we wanted to drop them, pick them up, and then just let go of this, and they'll go back to the dot like that.